What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Vampyr. I know in the last episode I said I was gonna go and talk with Mr. Dawson, but that pressing matter of seven Red Bulls needing to be given out, I think is a more pressing matter for me to deal with. And if I'm going to do that...
Still conducting your nocturnal survey?
Yep. When did I get that? What?
Is it true you were dropped in rank? Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. I made a terrible mistake. I deserved it. Sometimes I think I should have resigned.
So why are you still working here?
Because I'm a damn fine copper. I just don't want to have someone innocent hung again by mistake because of me.
The death penalty is a great shame.
I agree. I'm convinced all civilized nations should abolish the death penalty. Maybe after the war, once that bloodshed is over, the survivors will change that.
Why do you think there shouldn't be a death penalty?
I believe no one should decide to take a man's life. Not a nation or a government.
Are you a pacifist, Inspector?
No, sir. But I believe in divine justice. Only God has the right to decide who will live and who must die.
It's a moral way to look at life.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. What is happening? Stop running like that. Okay. I gotta get all the way back over to the hospital, so I think I'm gonna push back through the west end. Oh, what is this? What? Oh, that's yeah, that's what's her face. You know what? Let's try to take her out because she's gonna plague the west end. So let's just head south, as southern as we can get. See if we can't take out Lilette, I think is her name. Oh, it's these guys. Oh, hold on. I saved you. Oh, you need medicine. I can give you some.
How have you been since you returned home?
Dr. Reed. Oh, thank God you returned safely from these awful streets. I was so worried about my father that I left without thanking you properly.
Please don't mention it, miss.
Good. I found him, you know. My dad. Or what was left of him. I think my abductor intended to do the same thing to me.
Well, I'm glad he didn't.
Do you need my medical attention, miss?
I don't need your help specifically. I can assure you there are many competent doctors around.
Yes, but I have medicine now.
I have no doubt about it. But I'm offering you my help anyway.
All right then. But please leave me alone for now.
Why? Do you have any more things I can talk to you about? What do you do for a living?
What do you do for a living, Miss Teasdale?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress in a pub. Now I'm unemployed.
Were you fired?
No. It's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life. I need to do something useful.
What do you intend to do?
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want something, don't stop until you have it. I did my research and I found it. Ichabod Throgmorton, professional vampire hunter. I'll be his apprentice.
You don't want to be with that dude.
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You were lucky to escape death once.
That's very true.
Vampires lurk everywhere.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offense, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
About that.
What can you tell me about this area?
About that.
I've never really liked this part of town. It was where my father wanted to live. I won't remain here much longer.
What exactly don't you like about it?
People here are contemptuous and elitist. My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like you want them to treat you.
Your dad was a good man. I believe in that wholeheartedly.
Louise, tell me what you really think about your father's sacrifice to save you.
I'm proud he went after me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could tell him how much I loved him.
Yes. It can be traumatic, not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right?
That is correct.
That may be the last thing my father taught me.
You seem to cherish your father a great deal.
Dad was the best. He kept an eye on me, but let me make my own mistakes. Louise used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. You would have liked him.
I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now. Nothing bad can happen to him.
Louise, what can you tell me about the vampire who captured you?
The little fucker claimed he'd fallen in love with me. That he wanted to spend eternity with me. Not a bad idea. At least that's the way it seemed at first.
Really? Did you consider accepting his proposal?
Well, immortality. Not a common wedding gift, is it? I think he just wanted to have his way with me. Can vampires even fuck, Doctor?
What? Well, I really can't answer that. Well, since they are creatures of blood, physically speaking, I suppose an erection is possible, but
Don't be embarrassed, Dr. Reed. I was just asking.
I wasn't expecting such a question. You're healing now, though, so...
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
Why can't I forgive you, Father?
Women of all countries unite!
Okay. This fight is not gonna be fun. Oh, I tried to dodge. Gotta get rid of your lackeys.
Giselle was
Yeah, she might have been right, but that doesn't mean you had to turn. Come on. Can you yell again? Allow me to adjust. Mess you up in a corner. Stun locked. Done with that. Oh. Sorry, Lilette. I liked you. What are you? It's V. Ill-formed, rogue. I think that kind of takes care of that. I don't know what that small key is to. Oh, that's right. You gotta use these keys to maneuver. Small key, small key. Small key, small key. Belonged to Lolette. Probably used to open a small chest or trunk. I don't know where that's to. If I had to guess, maybe the shelter, because that's I think where she lived. Yeah, I'll quickly run over there. Let's see what I can find. Put it out again, I guess. Well, that was useless. I didn't find a single thing. Oh, they're still fighting that lady down there. Not my problem. Oh, let's see if this... Take a quick stop into the shop. That's right.
I'll find you something.
Hey, man.
Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that, Dr. Reed.
You are, though, are you not?
Show me what you...
What do you got? What you got? Nothing of interest. Waste of my time. Thanks, man. Okay. I guess I'll go check this one out. I gotta get across.
Bigger problems elsewhere. I hope they'll all return to the shadows once the epidemic has passed.
He doesn't seem to be doing too well. Looks like he's hitting the sauce. Hey, what's this? Okay, how do I... I've got to get across, so I'm going this way. Why are you in there? Odd. Not my fight. East and then south.
Oh, yes. People are dying here right on the streets.
Yep. Yup. Rufus! Hold on, can I go in that room? I have a small key. Does it unlock this?
It's locked.
Dang. I do believe... Do I have to go up? I think I have to go up. I don't think that's the... I think that's the only way I can go. An event has happened up here. It's on the other end. Maybe. Maybe I should take... Isn't there a way to go outside? You know, for a pandemic, we are still definitely shipping product. Did I move past it? No, I did. It's below me, though. That's not the way down, is it? Dyson Delaney. Who? Are you shitting me? Anybody else missing? Oh, you're all still around, so it's just him, these two, and Sean. Are you missing? No? I just... Oh. Delaney. Sorry, Delaney. Why? How did you become this? Were you always that? That was a waste of medicine, I guess, when I gave that to you. Well, damn. That's disappointing. Dead, 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 dead. They're all dying. This is just going to become a hostile area for me after a while. Alright. Find someone who can read Braille alphabet. If I pin this, does this give me a place to actually go? Oh. We're all the way up there. You know what? While I'm in the docks, let's just see who's left for side quests. Oh, I could have reported to him. I'm assuming that most of these... Yeah. Now it's all going to be when I have to go back. So, let's head to the hospital. And see if we can go be a doctor. Don't worry, I've fucking killed most of the people that were a threat. I remember Dyson Delaney? Yeah, he was kind of cool. Failed some hints, so I guess I don't really care.
Pleasure, sir. Been a while.
Okay, who's getting what? Old lady, that patient, that man, Alright, so our morgue. Well, those. Okay, so here's one, I do believe. Hello, nurse.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
I will be fine as soon as I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you...
Yeah. Well, take that Red Bull. I went out. I've been away for so long because I bought a case of energy drinks. Hey, man.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Yeah, I am actually. And, you know, before I
I'd
heal you, let's see what you got. I'm not buying your gun. I'll buy these from you, though. What? Why? I wasn't done.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Oh, well, here. Drink this.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. But thanks, anyway.
What does that mean?
Goodbye, Milton.
Are you trying to point fingers here, Milton? Like, what's going on?
Safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Yeah, you're welcome. Our morgue is back here. Yeah, it's over here somewhere. Hello.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
It is a pleasure, sir.
Please show me what...
Of course.
Oh, hello. Need those. Alright. Hey, I wasn't done.
Good evening.
Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company. Even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Well, here you go.
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
You're welcome.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
I'm getting like 25 experience for this. Who's left? Quite a bit. We're looking for this man's mom. Okay. They normally hang out all around the... Am I already over here? I am... Hey, man. Still not...
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Nada.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
Yeah, the people here aren't the best.
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
Not at all.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
Sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Aha.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you
Forget your
require
son.
medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No. I don't feel well, actually.
Oh. Well, here.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Yeah, about that. Anything new that I can ask you? You are a anomaly, apparently.
I've read your son's medical report, Beatrice. It's not the flu or anything life-threatening. What has you so worried?
He was at death's door when he was brought here. I just want him to be better as soon as possible.
He's not out of the woods yet, you know. He might need to stay here longer than expected.
Take care of him then, Dr. Reed. People here only seem to focus on contagious patients. I worry my poor Mortimer will be neglected.
Well, I can't ask you
Goodbye,
anything
Mrs.
else. Maybe. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Anything new that I can ask you? Ah, there we go.
Your medical report says you're not affected by the Spanish flu. What do you think of that, Mortimer?
Does it make me happy? Not in the slightest. If it was up to me, I would have left this place long ago. I know I don't belong here.
And why do you think you don't belong here?
I know the staff have more important things to do than look after me. There's plenty of patients here who need their attention.
I have to go now, sir.
Something tells me.
But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
I feel like if this place were to fall, you'd be one of the ones I'd have to put down. I feel like a skull got to him. Oh. Oh.
There's a hospital. Nowadays.
Oh, she's gonna do stuff then. Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
Not really. I think I caught something in this bloody hospital. I swear I'm dead, yet smiling inside, Dr. Reed.
As long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
Anything extra I can talk to you about? No.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
I should visit Harriet at one point and see how she's mutating. Look at that. Look at that, Doris Fletcher. A little bit of foreshadowing there. Huh. I just need to find Ackroyd. Usually Ackroyd was over here. Oh, he is. He's right there. Hello. I didn't see you. You were sitting down.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
You sure? Sure about that?
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Well, here, I do.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery very often.
Yeah, I got my own problems to deal with.
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Look at you go. Okay. Healed. I think everybody, whoops, that needs healing. I can find that man. He's healed. This is gonna plunge into critical. There's 4 people missing. But anyway, goodbye.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
People are getting suspicious. I'm never around. Okay, I do believe I have a conversation to be had with Mr. Swansea. Hello. I'm back. It's been like a day or 2.
Hello, Jonathan. How are things going in the West End?
I'm still investigating the source of the epidemic. I may have found a solid lead.
Good. We'll have to win this fight in the end.
Yeah, I care about
Have
her
you
more.
seen Lady Ashbury recently?
No. Do you want me to pass on a message the next time she passes by?
Just tell her thank you for the advice.
You thank her for her advice. All right, I'll tell her.
Have you heard about Aloysius Dawson's so-called project? He aims to isolate the city from the East End to protect the wealthy.
Well, that's not a bad idea. It has worked before, but a total quarantine would be almost impossible in a city like London.
That's why Dawson is thinking about building a wall around the wealthier districts.
Quite a radical idea. But if the disease should get past the wall, well, they'll be trapped and the contagion will spread like wildfire.
I have to go now. Goodbye, Edgar.
Goodbye, Jonathan. Come back to us soon.
Will do. Will do. I'm gonna go find this man to read Braille. But before I do, quick run to my office. Or my room, anyway. And I'm going to just see about some quick upgrades. But by the time I come back, it should be running through the cemetery.
Your prey is mine now.
Where are you? You down here? Where are you? Oh, you're up there. That was rude. Knock, knock.
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor inquiring about the epidemic. May I come in?
A doctor, you say? No, thank you.
You don't have a choice.
It cannot be safe for a blind man to live here alone. Let me enter, sir. I swear I mean you no harm.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman. All right, Doctor, come on in.
Thank you.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
Or one of the things you should be afraid of. Why did you light all these candles?
So what is the name of my nocturnal visitor?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. As I already explained to you, I'm inquiring about the epidemic.
Dr. Reed? The eminent surgeon? My God, I'd never have expected a brilliant physician like you to knock on my door.
You flatter me, sir.
No, sir, I am flattered. I read all your work when I still had my sight. I loved it. I'm Mason Swanborough, by the way.
It is a pleasure to finally meet you. You have a migraine. I have a headache medication. Ah.
And what else have you learned about me, Mr. Swanborough?
I know you assisted Professor Carell in France, and that you invented a new blood transfusion method based on his work.
Yes. Those were frustrating but exciting days. I loved it.
Yes, the thrill of research and discovery. This is what drives people like us, Dr. Reed. Oh, how I envy you.
Does someone take care of you in this isolated place?
My sister Loretta and I have our daily routine. Every morning and evening she comes by so we can talk and eat. Then she leaves and I stay.
That sounds...
Where does your sister go?
Well, let's just say, she earns enough money for us both.
What's so amusing about that?
I won't hide the truth from you. Loretta sells a fake miracle elixir to the sick people of Whitechapel.
Do you not appreciate your sister's visits?
Loretta is the best and worst thing that happened to me, and I believe she could say the same thing about me.
Oh, well, at least you're fond of one another. I can't believe you're letting her sell that miracle cure if you're a fan of, you know, medicine.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
I hear them hissing and scratching at my door every night. The sick made mad by the fever. But these walls are thick, and my lock is solid.
That's good.
Do you know Braille, Mr. Swanborough?
I'm no expert, but I learned it in my spare time, yes. Why?
I found a strange document entitled Cure for Blindness. It's written in Braille, so I thought perhaps it was yours.
Really? Is that some kind of sick joke? Let me see.
Here it is.
This letter seems authentic. And it actually refers to an experimental cure for blindness.
You have piqued my interest, Dr. Reed.
Could it be of any use to you?
No. This page is just a part of a larger diary. I'd be glad if you could find the other pages.
Cool. Maybe.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
No, you won't.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
What does this say? You can pause it to read it here. I'm just hoping that it gives me... Wait, you wrote a letter to a blind man? God, you're dumb. Anyway. Is a con, blames herself for the accidents. He's got a migraine. I'm gonna have to come back and fix you. Vampires feed on our soul. Vampires drink our blood, but they feed on our soul. How could we believe that any man or woman killed by these foul creatures, bitten by their filthy mouths, could then be accepted in heaven? No, their bodies have been defiled and their souls have been corrupted. This place is now in hell, or their place is now in hell. With these legions of blood-sucking demons, vampires feed on our souls. Thanks, Clarence. You're making this so much easier for me.
How do you see the world these days?
With my eyes. Sorry, that was insensitive of me, but... You know.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
It's locked, all right.
The kind that's gonna bring you back a migraine.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
Does it label out where... Oh, I just have to find them and bring them to you. Okay. Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. Sorry. But I will... what is the closest safe house for me? Apparently it's right on the other side, actually. Oh, hey, a chest. Whee. Where's the safe house to? Oh, behind me. It's this one, isn't it? Yes. Where's my table? Migraine. I can't have this man dying on me. Even though I don't ever plan to bring him the rest of the Braille things. Knock, knock. I'm back.
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it...
Let me come in. I don't even care. Just let me in. I'm
you're
gonna try
either
to stuff this
brave-
down your throat.
What can I do for you?
You seem unwell, sir.
Actually, I feel worse than usual. Can you give me something?
Yes. Here you go.
Yes. I can give you a little something that has been proven effective.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Goodbye, Mr. Swan.
Bye-bye. Enjoy. Oh, I keep almost landing in that fire. That wouldn't be good. Okay. Alright, let's finish off these last few. That's not happening. These side quests. I can report to you. I think this one is the closest. Nah, we'll start there anyway. Away we go. Now, can I TP up there? Yes, I can. Alright, Emily. I do believe this is your house. Knock.
No invitation is
Knock.
needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign.
Read some
No
letters.
sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in.
To walk another way in this case. Okay. You can read on that.
Emily wanted to become a vampire. Something must have gone wrong. Someone is responsible for this mess. But who?
Stuff. Look at all the stuff. You don't have posters, but what do you? How do you know she's dead?
Blood. I should follow the trail.
Oh, is that it? I actually can't go through this door? Okay. Let's find Emily. Alright. fall damage ain't a thing. That's cool.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I'm not here to sustain myself. I'm currently investigating the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
No, seriously.
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate, yet intense spectacle.
Wait, what?
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
What do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
You sound like a wonderful
And
individual.
who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond de Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear cousin.
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
Dear cousin, are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
No. No.
I followed the trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last redingote.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
Do I believe him? If I believe him, is he just gonna go? I mean, he kind of deserves to die. He's kind of a prick. But I mean, he's not like... She wanted to become one? So do I try to kill him? If he deserves to die, it's 100%. I'm gonna fight him. But if I believe you, does that like charm him? Is he then gonna like what? Turn around and try to kill me anyway? I'm trying to talk myself into a proper friggin' decision here. He hasn't done anything. And in that note, oh, she did. She did ask for it. I think I don't know. You didn't do anything wrong. Yeah.
I believe you, sir. Emily's diary confirms your statement.
Oh, Emily was her name. Quite charming. Well, mystery solved then.
Yes, I suppose so. you can go.
And so can you. Farewell, sir. May you enjoy the spectacle of this fallen city as much as I do.
Well, that's some hot garbage. There's just unnecessary bloodshed and I don't know. He really didn't seem to be in the wrong. If you ask somebody to do something, you have to understand the risks and the consequences of your actions. Well, while I'm here, you.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not.
I know you're not. I know you're not.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Well, I've discovered he's quite versed in occult knowledge. So I wrote him a letter asking him to finance my research about vampires. He never responded.
Why would he?
You need some rest.
Yeah, go to bed. I've got to go tell my love interest's daughter that her friend is dead because she couldn't keep her bloody mouth shut.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Yeah, we'll start with
What
this.
do you know about Aloysius Dawson?
That man is a tyrant. The embodiment of greed and selfishness. All I despise about this country.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned.
Did you tell Emily?
I suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure to become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood?
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires.
Nope.
I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Ooh. Ooh, it's already level 5. I don't necessarily know if I want to use it though, but thank you.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
Go tell a man
Give my
about
best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Alright, well. Fun. And now I have to talk to this man, because he's right here. Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
What? What? I found your restaurant, by the way.
I have found a restaurant that could satisfy you, Mr. Russell. The most intriguing and exotic restaurant in London.
Really? You have piqued my interest. Where is it?
It's a place where you eat in complete darkness and try to identify your meal without anything but your palate.
My, oh my, how interesting. It could even be fun to eat a little poisson et frites that way. Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed. Please, have this for your research.
Thanks, man. It's $200. You're fine. Let's trade, though.
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
I need aluminum plates. You got those? Those are lead. Do you avoid phosphorus? Yes, you do. I need all that. I think I need one more and I can make some fire rounds. Everything I'm using though is upgraded to legendary, so thanks, man. Alright. One more side quest. I do believe. Oh, that man's the pillar? Oof. Well, okay. Where is this last one? It's just out in the... to my north. Alright, I'll go see if I can find it. Try to make it quick. I feel like I've searched this whole side, so I'll head to the other. Hello? Yes! too long to find this. You can pause it here to read. Okay, let's get going.
I had almost forgotten I applied for a position at Pembroke. It was so long ago.
There's a third? Alright. To Pembroke. Where the fuck is this? God damn it. There we go. You can read it here, and you can read it there.
Southwark. My departure for France as a promising student. My return as a brilliant surgeon. About to be killed. Transformed.
Where's this one leading me to now? Oh my god. Okay. One last run. See you there. Alrighty, I think this is where I have to go. Was it? I did all of that for an expensive watch. You ran me all around town for an expensive watch. Other than finding these brails, I might do that on my off time. But that is it for this episode. Thank you for sticking around and watching me run around some side quests and get all of that fun stuff done. I hope you're having a good day. And hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Be good. Bye.